Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of High School Football right here on the Heart of Ohio Sports. Nate Mullins, Zach Dillon, we've got Eric Hall joining you live on the sidelines here in Gibsonburg, Ohio. We're here at Golden Bear Stadium, the site of tonight's SBC River rivalry matchup between the Tiffin Calvert Senecas and the Gibsonburg Golden Bears. You're tuned in here on the Rodgers Flowers pregame show. Zach, I'm telling you, the site is set, the stage is set. It's senior night here in Gibsonburg. We're ready to play some football.
Yeah, that's true. Again, senior night here, like you said, that means there's just that much to play for. I mean, it means a lot to these guys.
It does.
You know, you've been playing for 4 years. This and homecoming, really indistinguishable almost.
For sure.
I mean, it just means a ton. So.
Oh, absolutely. And a lot of times, some teams save this for later in the year. And I found since COVID started, they've started to put it, let's put it early. Let's honor these seniors early. Instead of waiting until that last game, let's get these seniors recognized when they deserve it. Early in the season, especially because, towards the end of the year, some teams might not be vying for anything, and they want to get the parents out. They want to show appreciation to these seniors. But I know that's not going to happen over here in Gibsonburg. They are always vying for something at the end of the year. Let me tell you that. So we're here once again, Golden Bear Stadium. We're about 2.5 minutes away from the start of this one. Zach, I think it's about time we started talking about the keys to the game, brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant in the Tiffin Mall. Now, this one, I'll tell you what. If you're a Gibsonburg Golden Bear fan, you're used to, let's just say, a level of excellence. This team hasn't suffered very many defeats over the last few years, especially not in the SBC River. They're pretty flawless when it comes to playing within their conference, and especially against these Tiffin Calvert Senecas. Last year, dispatching this Senecas team at Heidelberg. Final score 64-16. A big game from Connor Smith. He's a senior this year, so you're going to see him once again, and he's going to have all those talents on display because, Zach, I'm telling you, he had a monster start to the season with these first 3 games. He's already over 600 yards rushing on the season. So keys to the game for me, if you're Tiffin Calvert, find a way to stop this rushing attack.
Exactly.
My goodness.
Exactly, and I think it's going to be coming down to the defensive side of the ball because we have 2 very different philosophies when it comes to offensive play calling. You're going to see the wing tee a lot tonight. That's about all they run here in Gibsonburg. And then, Mohawk likes to spread the ball around a little more. They want to get it to their receiver. Was it Klaus? They want to get
Klaus.
They're running back involved. So you're going to see a lot of different things coming here tonight on offense. So who can stop the defensive side of the ball?
That's going to be the key, I think, for the Senecas. Now, for the Golden Bears here tonight, I had noticed that the roster size has dwindled a little bit since last year. They don't have as many people, but I tell you, they make up for it in physicality. Every time I watch this team, they are physical at the point of attack, and they are physical in the trenches. I think that's going to be a key for Gibsonburg tonight. Can you win that battle in the trenches? Calvert is bigger this year. They're more improved in the trenches. They're going to have to show that dominance early and set the tone for the rest of this game. We're just about ready for this one. That's your keys to the game, brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. Now let's check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, as he's got your weather report. Once again, brought to you by Phillips Electric. And Eric, how's it looking today, man?
Thanks, guys. It is an awesome night here in Gibsonburg. We have a very light breeze. It is 80 degrees. The sunset is starting to get a little earlier, about 7:52, and it's only going to be about 70 degrees when we leave. So it's going to be an awesome night for football once again, guys.
That's absolutely right. Once again, Eric Hall, our sideline reporter, bringing you the weather report brought to you by Phillips Electric. Stop down to see Greg and Tom Phillips today. We are set for kickoff. Calvert tees it up, and it is a squib kick into the middle of the field, fielded at the 20-yard line, and the Golden Bears will just fall on it there as Antonio Salazar just plays it safe, falls on the ball, and they'll take over right around their own 22. All right, Zach, so they're going to spot it right at the 21. So Gibsonburg gets the ball first. You're going to get a look at this wing tee offense, folks, and I'm telling you, they love to run the ball.
Yeah, the philosophy of the wing tee is create a lot of what we call window dressing. You're going to move a lot of offensive linemen around. You're going to do what you're doing right now at the line of scrimmage, come bluff a couple calls, and then you're going to run the football typically up the middle.
Camden Mooney, sophomore quarterback, under center, puts a man in motion, They turn around, handoff up the middle. Connor Smith on the carry. And Smith picks up about 5, maybe 6 yards. And that's what you're going to see a lot of tonight. Connor Smith, senior running back, leading the SBC by a mile in rushing. 627 on the season on 71 carries. He's averaging about 8.8 yards per clip. No fumbles, 8 touchdowns.
More impressive, 207 rush yards a game he's averaging right now.
Yeah.
I mean, those are video game numbers.
Yes. A handoff once again. Smith off the left side. This is not Smith. That's Antonio Salazar on the carry. I saw a 0, but that's a 1 and a 0. Antonio Salazar on the carry picks up the first down up to the 35-yard line. Give him about 8 yards on the carry.
So now the biggest thing when you're running, especially with this size of a school, real small, you got guys, everybody's playing 2 ways practically. You're going to see a lot of wear and tear in your offensive line, and these are the guys that are going to determine the game is how fit they are.
Handoff once again, Salazar. This is Smith on the handoff. Oh, it was Salazar. I was right the first time. They're going to mix it up. They'll try to keep this defense honest. And so far, 20 yards on just 3 plays. Camden Mooney under center. Man in motion. They turn around, hand it to Connor Smith up the middle. State champion wrestler carries a horde of Senecas forward and drags them past the first down marker up to the 48-yard line. Nice carry from Connor Smith, and that big offensive line starting to set that tempo, set the stage, and set the tone for this one. Because, man, they're moving.
Yeah, let me tell you, momentum is real on the offensive line when it comes to running the football. I mean, you start pushing guys around, and I tell you what, man, it just gets fun. It gets exciting, and you really kind of set the tone early.
Yeah. Smith on the carry. Short gain. A couple of yards there. Nice job by that defense, filling that gap quickly.
Yep, great job. And the way to stop this kind of offense is to play really disciplined football, and that can be really hard at this level. You got to read your keys. You can't keep your eyes in the backfield, and as a linebacker, you're watching, you're pulling guards, stuff like that, seeing what's going on. But let me tell you, it's going to be a run.
That's right. 2nd and 8. Handoff. And a short gain. Salazar, maybe a yard on the carry. But he was met right there at the line. Well, I tell you what, big Connor Moyer, the freshman, standing in there at 6'2", 268. He's definitely improved things on the defensive front for Tiffin Calvert this year. Colin McCarty filling that nose guard role. Smith on the carry. No, they're going to fake it to Smith. They hand it off the right side. And not a whole lot of running room. I think they're going to be short of the first down marker by about a yard, actually. So picked up about 5 yards.
I'll tell you what, even I was fooled there on that fake handoff. Good job, Lee Morgan on the outside, chasing him down, giving a good pursuit angle, and stopping him short of the first down marker.
So they're short by about a yard. Looked like they had something there, but then it closed up really quickly. So Nolan Hoover, the ball carrier, good for 5 yards, sets him up with a 4th and 1. Power set here. Handoff up the middle. Smith, he's into the open. 25-20, 15-10, 5, touchdown on 4th and 1. Connor Smith explodes for 43 yards and a touchdown.
Great job. And we can hear the coaches up here saying, oh, it's wide open. I mean, they had that one read like a book, Nate, I'm telling you.
A big play there from Connor Smith as he explodes for a 43-yard touchdown on 4th and 1. And the middle of that defense was wide open there. A nice block there by Bryson Stevens, senior tackle. Leading the way. Smith on the carry.
Oh,
actually, that is
a
not
walk-in
Smith.
touchdown. Excuse me, 2-point conversion. Oh, boy.
Nolan Hoover on the 2-point conversion. So the Golden Bears will start out with an 8-0 lead. 7:40 to play here in the first quarter. And, Zach, that's exactly what you saw last year at Heidelberg. But I tell you, the Senecas did a nice job there at the end of that series of stopping them on 3 downs, but there's 4 downs. You got to stop them on all 4 downs, guys. Come on, guys.
Speaking of, we have a replay camera here.
We'll get it figured out.
We'll figure that out.
That's the save button, and I think next time we'll remember. It's a new process. It's a new system. It's a new system. We're figuring it out, but we are introducing a replay cam. So. We're still trying to figure out the kinks with that one. We'll get it worked out by playoff time, though. Trust me, folks. 8-0 Gibsonburg. 7:40 to play. And Zach, that was exactly what you wanted if you're the Golden Bears.
Exactly. I mean, you are pretty confident that you can do whatever you want to do here early on. You've established, I mean, you can run the ball, you can convert 4th and short, 3rd and short. It just works. And the squid kick here, you see, I mean.
And that one's going to be fielded at the 12-yard line. Jacob Rumback on the return. Brings it up to the 25-yard line. Actually, it's Cal Warnament on the return. Cal Warnament, the sophomore. Got some key playing time last year as a freshman instead of Jacob Rumback, as he was out last year with a broken collarbone in the beginning of the season. So Cal Warnament got some playing time, got some experience, and now as a sophomore, he's going to be a key contributor for this team. Senecas set up shop at their own 25-yard line. First offensive possession for Tiffin Calvert here today, and they face an 8-0 deficit.
And I want to see the Senecas be really aggressive. You see here they're lined up with 4 wide. That's just that. You need to wear down this defense that's playing 2 ways.
And a flag on the play. And a tackle lined up in the neutral zone, so can't have that.
No, you cannot. You know, typically they'll give them a yard or 2 off the line of scrimmage.
Shotgun set. Handoff. Run back up the middle. And he's got those 5 yards back, but it's now 2nd down. 2nd and 10 coming up for Tiffin Calvert. Yeah, they'll give him 6. But the ball's at the 25, so. This Tiffin Calvert offense, led by junior quarterback Harry Schultz, on the season, completing about 50% of his passes, 473 yards through the air. Slings it out right side, complete, and he's got it up close to the 1st down marker. Lee Morgan with the reception, about a yard short. That'll bring up 3rd down and about a yard. As I mentioned, Schultz on the season, 37 out of 75. 473 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions on the year. Had a rough start last week. Trying to shake that one off, put it behind him, and put together a solid start here.
And exactly, you know, I'm ready to see them really air it out. They build it with those short passes, those, you know, confidence builders, and I'm looking to see here as we see a screen pass out to the left side that is blown up immediately. Oh my goodness. Who is that? Number 63, that's Martin Meyerholtz. I mean, Nate, I tell you, that one was read like a book.
And if you're Tiffin Calvert, You know, you get behind too much here, and it could be over early, but that's not something that you want to think about right here because you're deep in enemy territory now.
Could be. Let's see how they line up.
They're going to have to punt this one away. Punt unit onto the field now. 4th and 2. And they get the punt away.
Good punt.
Nice deep
Great
punt.
punt.
And that's going to take a nice friendly roll for Tiffin Calvert all the way down inside the 5. Oh, right at the 5-yard line is where it dies, actually. So great punt. 60 yards on the punt.
Man, those are those hidden yards. Special teams, this is where it comes into play. I mean, when you have your punter put it inside the 5.
63 yards on the punt. Excellent job there. .518 left to play. Golden Bears get the ball back at their own 5-yard line. Once again, that power set. They bring the H-backs over to the left side of the formation now. And handoff up the middle. Connor Smith on the carry. Gets it up past the 10 to about the 13-yard line. Good for 8 yards on first down. Sets him up with a 2nd down and 2. Yeah, Zach, he is just so tough after contact. That's the thing that, I mean, you can say anything you want about this offense and the window dressing, but, man, this young man, when he gets to contact, it's just so hard to bring him down.
About to say, that's that wrestler mindset. You're used to physicality. You know your center of gravity. You know your body. You can bounce off other people, spin around. So I'm not surprised at all this is where he thrives.
Handoff. Smith off the right side, and the defense is right there to make the stop after about a yard gain. So a 3rd and 1. Nolan Hoover on the carry. Gibsonburg's going to have to take a timeout here as they see something they do not like with that defense. Tiffin Calvert coming out in what looks like a 4-6 bear almost. That's an interesting look out of the old Mike Ditka playbook. Buddy Ryan, you know.
Exactly, and that's designed to stop.
And you got to get guys close to the line in this kind of defense. If you're dealing with this kind of offense, when they've got 9, 10 guys right there in the box on offense, you got to combat that. You got to counter it. There's no use in having a defensive back all the way out there if they're not going to run or pass anywhere near that side of the field. So bring your guys in and dedicate some extra power up front. Get some beef down there in the middle.
Yeah, and the way to blow up these kind of plays, you really need to get in there fast, get off the ball faster than the offense. And that's a hard thing to do, right?
Yes.
They know their own snap count, obviously. They know what they're doing. So there's got to be a lot of anticipation, I think, from that defensive line, because if you can get in there, before the pulling guard, the pulling tackle, the pulling H-back, whoever, that gives you chances.
Absolutely. 3:56 left to play here in the first. 3rd down and 1 coming up here for Gibsonburg at their own 14-yard line. And once again, Senecas come out. And that stacked line. And Gibsonburg picks up the first down. Good for about 3 yards. Connor Smith on the carry. I'm just going to wait until I see who has the ball and gives it to the official. Then I'll say who was the ball carrier. So I called it out wrong twice. I'm just going to say Gibsonburg on the run. Not going to be wrong again.
About to say, it doesn't help that their 3 main runners are 20, 22, and 2.
And 10.
And 10.
20 and 10. It's like,
Yeah.
two zeros and then 2 twos. First and 10. Handoff, Smith. And the Senecas do a nice job that time, filling those gaps, getting in there, making the stop after just a 2-yard gain up to the 20-yard line. Big second down and 8 coming up here for the Golden Bears. 2:55 left here in the first quarter. 8-0 Gibsonburg. We'll take a look around the area at the First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard here just after this play. We'll pitch out left side, Connor Smith. And a nice job by Lee Morgan coming up to make the stop right at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, credit Morgan there holding the runner right there at the line of scrimmage. Wait until, I think it was Herring came in to finish the job.
A nice job to break down an open space, though, like that. He didn't allow the ball carrier to break him down. He broke down, got in his stance, and delivered a nice open field tackle.
Yeah, that's pretty textbook from what you want to see from your cornerback. Get up there, jam the wide receiver, throw him off, and then break down, make the stop.
So a 3rd down and 6 coming up here for the Golden Bears. Inside of 2 minutes to play here in the first. They bring a man in motion. Another man in motion, that's Hoover. They hand off Smith, and the Senecas are right there to make the stop behind the line. Big number 53, Colin McCarty, the first man to meet him. As is number 12, Carter Wolf. 4th down and 6 coming up, and the Golden Bears will have to punt. So much to the chagrin of the Golden Bears, they're going to have to punt the ball away the first time. We'll see the punt unit for Gibsonburg.
Yeah, that was a great defensive showing there by the Senecas.
The punt is away. It'll hit down at the 39, fielded at the 32. Jameson Godfrey on the return, brings it up to about the 45-yard line. We have a flag that flies in at the end of the play. We'll see what the call is. So spot foul occurred right around the 49-yard line is where the flag was thrown, so should put them, the end of the run. I was going to say, it's definitely not a spot foul if it occurred after they received the ball. I mean, that wouldn't make much sense. It's only like a 4-yard penalty. So the ball will be placed at the 35, and that's where Tiffin Calvert will take over. So they had to punt the ball after their last possession. But they got a good punt, flipped the field, and now here they take over at their own 35. Shotgun formation here. 3 receivers off to the far side of the formation, 1 here on the near side. Schultz looking to pass. Slings it out left side. It's complete. Godfrey near the first down marker. He spins out of a tackle, but right into the arms of Connor Smith. Brings him down right around the 43-yard line.
Good throw there by Schultz.
Yeah.
Finding the window, threw over top of the coverage to where only his guy could get it.
Just, another one of those cliche sayings, just taking what the defense gives you.
Exactly.
You know? Second down and 3. Ball at the 42. 4 receivers set here. 1 man in the backfield. That's a false start, as I think the entire offense except for the center got off to a good start. He didn't even say it's everybody but the center. You could have said that. So that'll back up the Senecas to the 37-yard line. Right, we got about 22 seconds left here in the first quarter. It should be the last play here in the first quarter. Shotgun set. Down to 7 seconds. Schultz takes the snap, slings it out left side. It's batted down at the line.
Great job there by number 23 as Daniel Frost.
Just put those big old paws up there and knocked it down.
That's always kind of, that's always impressed me coming from the defensive line, having the presence of mind to get off your block and jump up, bat it down, the athleticism.
And, at that point, you got to give up the sack. So you're saying, all right, I'm just going to take something.
Exactly.
A nice throw by Schultz. Finds his receiver past the first down marker. John Schumacher with a nice catch along the left sideline. That was a very nice catch there by Schumacher. Toe tapped along the sideline to get them both in.
I tell you what, great job again with the presence of mind, but that you're just being aware of your situation, aware of your surroundings, knowing what's going on, knowing where you're at in the field, getting both feet down. It's impressive.
That's right. All right, well, we're going to step aside, take a time out, folks. We'll be right back with more high school football right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Zach Dillon, and you are watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love.
And we're back here at Gibsonburg Golden Bears Stadium. Nate Mullins, Zach Dillon. Senecas sling it out right.
Uh-oh.
And Schumacher slings it down the field. He's got another man down the field. No, but they're going to get an interference call as they were looking for Jacob Rumback as he was leaking on that wheel route out of the backfield. And I'll tell you what, if Schumacher put just a little bit more under that one, he probably had him for a touchdown.
Yeah, the wide receiver was there open by about 5 yards, and that's where the penalty came from. He had to turn around. Exactly, number 4, that's going to be Grant Dawson. The receiver had to turn around, wait for the ball, and Dawson just ran right into him. Great play to pick up some yards there. Unfortunate that, you didn't have a touchdown there, but tell you what, 8-0, beginning of the second quarter.
Seneca's starting to move the ball now.
Exactly. Not in a bad position at all.
After that penalty, it moves the ball to the 37-yard line inside Golden Bears territory. Shotgun set, 3 receivers on the near side. Schultz is going to keep it himself up the middle, and he's going to be tackled from behind. Nicely done there by Connor Smith. No gain on the play. Second down and 10 coming up. Let's take a look around the area at some of the other scores here. As Tiffin Columbian leading Bishop Watterson 14-0 in the first quarter. All right, let's go Tornadoes.
Tune over there on the X stream.
Absolutely. Clyde leading Toledo Stars 6-0. Let's see here. Perkins on top of John F. Kennedy 3-0 in the first quarter. We'll get more after this play here. 2nd and 10. Schultz in the shotgun. Looks right side, completes it out, and miss a tackle. Another missed tackle, and he'll get it out of bounds as Carter Wolf on the reception.
He had the defensive play earlier in the game, and now he's putting the moves on.
Absolutely.
As the wide receiver, as the ball carrier. That's great to see.
Mohawk leading Buckeye Central 14-0. That's in the first. Buckeye Central 3-0 on the season. Mohawk 0-3. So that's an interesting game to keep an eye on. 3rd and 3. Schultz on the handoff. Run back up the middle, and it looks like he might have just enough for the first down. He does. That'll move the chains. And that'll be another Seneca first down up to the 26-yard line. Seneca's now on the move here on this drive, Zach, to find a little bit of space in this defense to operate.
Exactly. I mean, they're on a roll. Let's keep up the aggressive football. If I'm the head coach.
Carey leading Winford 7-0 in the second quarter. Hopewell leading Lakota 6-0 in the first. Schultz slings it out right side. Lee Morgan on the reception, and he's got it up near the first down marker once again. They'll give him about 8 yards on the reception, inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line. Actually, they'll give him the 18, so second down and 2 coming up. That's pretty much it for the scores from around the area. But
This dink and dunk offense is really working here for the Senecas.
That's Columbia, and another score on Bishop Watterson, 20-0 now in the first quarter. Once again, folks, you can find that game over on the X stream.
Dom and Tommy?
Absolutely. Schultz back to pass, second down and 2. He slings it long. He's got a man in the end zone. Touchdown, Tiffin Calvert. Lee Morgan comes down with it from 20 yards out. Woo! What a catch.
Oh,
Schultz
we got it
back
here
to
on the
pass.
replay.
Second down
Finally
and 2.
got
He
that
slings
working.
it long.
Now, the
He's got
thing
a
I
man
wanna
in the
highlight
end zone.
there on
Oh,
the
it's
outside-
beautiful.
Beautiful.
Tiffin
The thing I want
Calvert.
to highlight right
Lee
there
Morgan
is the double move. That was a stop and go from Morgan, and it was a great route, great throw.
Big time touchdown from Schultz to Lee Morgan. And I tell you, I saw Lee Morgan last week at the Heidelberg game. We were walking around at halftime, and I saw him, and he said, "Where were you guys? We're 2-0 with you guys. You weren't there. We lost." So you might be a little excited about us being back here. Run back on the carry, cuts it back left side, trying to find a little running room, but the defense is all over him. Nicely done by Connor Smith. Sealed that backside. They sealed the edge, and I'll tell you, there wasn't much running room there.
No, there wasn't. Great job by the defense figuring it out. I mean, they had that one read all the way, Nate.
Yeah.
There was
Oh,
no,
yeah.
there was
Sniffed
no
that one out pretty good.
if, ands, or buts about it.
But 8-6 is your score now. 9:53 left here in the first half. Senecas get on the scoreboard here. And, Zach, that's exactly what you wanted if you're Tiffin Calvert, except for that 2-point. I mean, you got what you needed. You got close. You got this back to it's right back here to a 2-point ball game.
Exactly. No team looks outmatched. I mean, this should be an exciting game.
I'm hoping so. Fireworks over here in Gibsonburg. That's exactly what we came over for.
Gibsonburg obviously has a little more experience when going through the 2-point conversion process, right? Senecas, we've seen them kick field goals.
Yes.
So that's something that, in order to keep up, stay in the game, they're going to have to score the 2-point, find something that works, inside that 5-yard line.
Taking a look around the area as Upper Sandusky leading Seneca East 13-0. Mohawk leading Buckeye Central 14-0. And Sandusky leading Padua Franciscan 7-0 in the first. Sandusky is a very improved football team this year, I'll tell you that much. And the Golden Bears will bring it up to about the 31-yard line. That is Antonio Salazar on the return. Short gain on the return. But the Golden Bears will take over at their own 32-yard line. Let's take a moment and thank our sponsors for bringing you today's ball game. Thanks to Rodgers Flowers, TPC Food Service, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, MST Sauce Company, Phillips Electric, Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. We'll get you more after this play as the handoff up the middle. Connor Smith on the carry, off right side, and he's got it up past the 40 to the 41-yard line. Connor Smith gets 9 on the carry. Continue with our sponsors here. Thanks to Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, TJ Willie's Fine Foods, Feasel's Frame and Collision, Reino's Pizza and Pasta, Sara RIZEN, Century 21 Bolte in Tiffin, Embroidery and Crafts by Busia, Buckeye IT, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Culligan Water, 5-Star Maintenance, Champ's Barbershop, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, and the Advertiser-Tribune. Handoff, Smith. Oh, that's not Smith. That is Nolan Hoover on the carry. And he carries it forward up to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, and they're running that right up the middle. Right, that play call is either some call it belly, some call it blast, that's just right up the middle, right up the A gap, right up the B gap. You're clearing out space, send a fullback through, and man, that is just hard-nosed football.
Ball at the 46. Hoover once again on the carry. And the Senecas come up and make the stop right at the 49-yard line. I think that's Will Kurtz on the stop. Indeed it is. Will Kurtz, senior. You know, as a long snapper, he's getting looks from D1 schools. He actually has he went and made a visit to Arkansas, Colorado. Yeah. He's getting some looks.
Tell you what, long snapper is the underappreciated position in football.
Yeah, Army is one of the schools that is looking at him right now. Handoff, Connor Smith breaks a couple tackles. He's got it up past the 35 to the 33-yard line inside Seneca territory. What a rough, tough runner Connor Smith is, man. I'm telling you, I wouldn't want to tackle him.
Me
No
either.
thanks. I don't know, Zach. You're a pretty big guy. You'd be all right. You'd be all right.
I didn't play defense in high school. No, I was exclusively offensive line.
All right, once again, Connor Smith on the carry. Bounces off a tackle. Off another tackle. Carries defenders out of bounds. Past the first down marker up to the 21-yard line. Once again, the physicality on display from the senior running back.
About to say, he looks like vintage Frank Gore, just carrying guys for like the Niners. Oh, man.
Putting the Golden Bears on his back as he carries defenders on his back down the field. On the 22-yard line. Handoff. Hoover off the right side. And up to about the 19-yard line. Nice carry there. Good for about 4. Second down and about 6 coming up.
Gibsonburg this year outscoring opponents 102-70.
Oof.
That's the best ratio in the conference.
Connor Smith on the carry once again. And he's got it up to about the 17. And we got a flag that flies in on the play. Most of the time that's in the area of face mask. We'll see what the call is. Because it comes right into the pile as he's going down. I would say that's probably going to be a face mask call, but we'll see. That is indeed the call.
Telling you what, Nate Mullen's a wealth of football knowledge.
Just the placement of that flag. That's what I usually look for. Where's it at? Where'd he throw it? Because they're pretty pinpoint with those throws. They know where they're going with it.
Man, that last play was inches from being a 5-yard loss, something like that. Wrecker had him in the backfield dead to rights. Just slipped the tackle.
Yep. So now 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. Turn around, handoff, Smith up the middle, cuts back, and he is just short of the goal line. Just short. We're going to have a little conversation here. We'll see. Is he short? Yes,
Looks
he
to
is.
be.
Second down. So 2nd and goal at the 1.
Now, let me tell you, Gibsonburg is built for this short distance offense. I mean, I would not be surprised if they knocked it in here.
Second and goal at the 1. Handoff Smith up the middle, into the end zone, plunges in for a touchdown.
That's It's a great
Second
run in
and goal
here.
at
We
the
have the replay up, and yep.
Handoff Smith up the middle.
Not much to
into
say
the end
about
zone,
that. You got a
plunges
lead
in for
blocker. You need 2
touchdown.
inches to go.
That's right.
Tell you what, Nate.
That's how it's done.
That's how it is done.
Just get behind your blockers and get behind your pads and put it in the end zone. Connor Smith from 1 yard out plunges in to put the Golden Bears up 14-6. They line up to go for 2. Handoff. And he is in
22
for the
again.
touchdown, for the
Again,
2-point
that's the
conversion.
second
Hoover
time.
all by himself, nobody home.
That is the same thing they did on the last 2-point conversion. I mean, that you never see anybody that wide open. It looks like, you remember those old Peyton Manning like bootlegs he ran once or twice in his career?
Yep.
Inside, I mean, you never see anybody that wide open to just walk in the end zone in football.
And that's what happens when you sell out against the run like that. I mean, they are really selling out for the middle of that offensive line. They don't want to give up anything in the middle. That's going to give up those outside plays, man, and especially if you're not reading your keys.
Well, I tell you, I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean, you need to control that. That's where this Gibsonburg Golden Bears team is just so good, right up the ABC gap, inside the tackles.
That's right. You can't get caught peeking. That's the big thing. You can't get caught peeking.
It's not to say when you're that close to the goal line, there's not much time to peek.
Well, yeah.
It's just head down, go.
Get down there. Get in there. Tiffin Columbian still leading Bishop Watterson 20-0 in the second quarter. Once again, you can find that over on the X stream on heartofohiosports.com. Fremont Ross leading Clay 21-8. Cary leading Winford 7-0. Upper Sandusky over Seneca East right now 13-7. Hopewell Loudon leading Lakota 6-0. That's in the first quarter. We'll give you more after this. Are they in the future?
24-6. Oh, I tell you what, our we have our score deck up here.
I mean, are they in the future? What's going on here? Trying to figure out how it's 24-6 on my score stream, but 16-6 here on scoreboard. So,
I tell you, if the score does get up to 24-6, we're gonna need to check some people.
I'm gonna need to figure out who that is.
Exactly.
Yes.
Officials timeout here
For an equipment issue. That would be absolutely horrible. Did you hear that? He said, I wonder if a bee went in his helmet. I said, oh, my God, no. No. Schultz back to pass. Looking. Slings it over the middle. Oh, he had Lee Morgan right there at the 40-yard line, but just a little too tall for his intended receiver. You know, Morgan is 6'1", but not quite 6'4".
No, he chose the right man, though.
Yes.
Had a step.
It was a good read.
Think about that bee in the helmet.
Oh,
Can't
no
do
thanks.
that. I got stung by, I think it was a wasp, actually. When we were setting up for that Heidelberg game, going up top, tried to get a top camera. Not fun.
No, it's not.
And that was on the back, not even like the ear.
Yeah.
Oh.
Second down and 10. Schultz in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Keeps it himself. Up the middle. And he's got about 3, maybe 4 yards.
Connor Smith, I mean, he is the leading tackler on this team, leading rusher in the league. Man, he is just a Swiss Army knife of a player.
And putting it all on display here today. Shotgun set here for the Senecas. 2 receivers on each side of the formation. Schultz back to pass, slings it right side, completes it to his receiver, and they have the first down. Blake Coleman on the reception, has it up past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Great pitch and catch there. An outside route, little flagger out. Pick up the first down.
Yes. Of course, Connor Smith, you mentioned him leading the SBC in rushing. He's second in tackles. Schultz, and there's going to be a flag on the play.
Yeah, that's going to be on number 3. That's going to be Coleman.
He was excited. He wanted to get going.
About to say, when you see wide receivers or running backs false start, take a guess who that play's going to.
Most of the time, yeah, you're right. So 1st and 15. That moves the ball back to the 41-yard line. I mentioned he's second in the SBC River in tackles. You know who's first?
Who's first?
Jacob Rumback. So we're watching the 2 leading tacklers in the SBC right here in front of us. Rumback on the carry.
Speaking of.
And no, actually, that is Cal Warnament on the carry. And Warnament's got it up to the 45. Lost the ball, but I think the ground caused the fumble there.
About to say 2 leading runner rushers and middle linebackers. And, you know, the thing about Smith, I mean, you wouldn't think looking at him, you know, 5'8", 150 pounds, you wouldn't think that, like, he is the best player in the conference.
That's right.
One of. That just shows you mindset.
That's absolutely right. Schultz looking. Now he's looking right side down the field. He's looking for a man. He's looking for Schumacher was the intended receiver, but incomplete. As Camden Mooney and Nolan Hoover there in the coverage.
You know, Nate, I think that ball was almost predetermined where that was going to go.
Well, he looked left and then came right and just said, "I'm throwing it."
Exactly. I think he had Godfrey down here in the flat, open enough. Instead, you opt to throw it into double coverage. Now, it was a good ball. You put it in your wide receiver's hand, but man, that is a tough catch to make.
Yeah. Third down and 11. Schultz fakes the handoff. Looking, slings it over the middle. He's got a man. Morgan into the open to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Lee Morgan make it 2 touchdowns here in the first half.
Tell you what, that
into
is
the
the way to do it.
To the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Lee Morgan make it 2 touchdowns here in the first half.
Senecas team in the game.
What a play. Big time players. Eric, you got a good look at that one.
Yeah, a little Nick Chubb at the end there. No celebration. Handed it right to the ref and back onto the line.
I'm about to say, you can't say Nick Chubb without calling out the original as Barry Sanders.
Shotgun set. Schultz looking into the end zone for the 2-point, and it is complete. Senecas draw back to within 2. It's now 16-14. Shotgun set.
Let's look right here.
Schultz looking into the end zone for the 2-point,
and
and it is complete.
Over top.
Senecas.
That's the way you do a 2-point conversion.
Yes, that is exactly how you do it right there. Nicely done. So the Senecas now within 2. 16-14 is your score. Got 3 minutes and 28 seconds until halftime. Take a moment here and thank our sponsors for bringing you today's broadcast here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks to our pregame show sponsor, Rodgers Flowers. Stick around for the halftime show, brought to you by TPC Food Service, and the postgame show, brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Also, thanks to our Player of the Game sponsor, MST Sauce Company, Phillips Electric, Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, and the First National Bank of Sycamore, as well as Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, TJ Willie's Fine Foods, Feasel's Frame and Collision, Reino's Pizza and Pasta, Sara RIZEN Century 21 Bolte in Tiffin, Embroidery and Crafts by Busia, Buckeye IT, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Culligan Water, 5-Star Maintenance, Champs Barbershop, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, and Advertiser-Tribune, all proud sponsors right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Squib kick, and it bounces And they're just going to fall on it right at the 26-yard line. Antonio Salazar just went ahead and grabbed that one and said, you know what? I'm not taking any chances. I'm just going to go ahead and fall on top of this one.
That's a smart thing to do, especially
Absolutely.
when the ball gets that kind of hang time off the bounce. It's short. It goes way up in the air. You know the kicking team's going to be right up on you. So that's what you're taught to do.
3:27 left here in the first half. Handoff for Smith. And a short gain. Actually, he squeezed through there at the end. Picked up a couple, maybe 4 or 5 yards. His second effort is so impressive because a lot of times he gets stopped right. Maybe he was stopped right there about the 28, 29-yard line, but he carried defenders forward to that 32. Second down and 5. Same play, but different.
I tell you what, that is the wing T offense.
It looks
in the perfect
almost
summary.
exactly the same as the play before.
Same thing, but
it's
not.
different. same, but different. Nolan Hoover on the carry picks up enough for the first down. He's got the ball up to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, Gibsonburg is going to keep the ball on the ground. I wouldn't be surprised if they take that clock all the way down. Don't give the Senecas a chance to even try to retaliate.
Yeah. First down. Ball at the 43. Handoff, Smith.
Oh.
And not a whole lot there. Actually, just a couple.
He was
Nicely
upended,
done.
tripped right into the hit.
John Schumacher and Connor Moyer there on the stop. Second down and 8. Ball at the 45. Fake the handoff. They're going to throw it. They got a man downfield. Salazar is the man, and he's just out of the extended reach of Salazar as, boy, I tell you what, Camden Mooney might have thought Salazar was just a little faster than what he was.
Yeah, I mean,
He put that one out there, and it was only where he was going to make the play.
Yeah, you're not going to see that too many times this game. Rombach tried to make good distance as the defensive back. But, yeah, that might be the only pass we see here tonight, one or two or three, and, man, missed the opportunity.
And a little fake pitch, but they give it off to Hoover. Hoover's got the first down, and he's got it up past the 45 to the 44-yard line. Nolan Hoover on the carry.
Benet, why throw it when you can do stuff like that? When you can just
Exactly.
run for a first down whenever you want to.
Uh-huh. There's no need to throw it.
Exactly.
There's no need. Who was it? Woody Hayes used to say there's 3 things that can happen when you throw the ball, and 2 of them are bad. First and 10, ball at the 45. Fake. Now he's going to throw it again. Man over the middle. Run back with the pick at the 15-yard line. Up to the 30, 35, and down around the 40-yard line. Jacob Runback. And I tell you, I don't know. They were moving the ball pretty well with that run game.
Let me tell you.
Runback with the pick. They had that one sniffed out pretty good. I don't know if I'd have thrown that one. Up to the 30, 35.
The 2 out of 3 are bad. Oh, man. That's the first.
What a play by Jacob Rumback. You got to, talk about that for a second. He played receiver on that play.
Exactly.
He went up and high-pointed that ball. Now, there's a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is here. A 15-yard spot foul on the block below the waist on Tiffin Calvert.
But bringing it back there to him playing receiver, Rombach, he played center fielder, right?
He really did.
He tracked that ball in the air. It was him all the way. Able to make a nice turning catch.
Shotgun formation. Two receivers on each side. Schultz looking, slings it out right side, and we're going to get a false start. The receivers were leaning out there, man. I saw both the receivers kind of starting to lean forward before that ball was snapped.
Yeah, it happens one time. It's going to happen. 2 times, man, you can't have that penalty happen,
Yeah.
right?
Carter Wolf, the guilty party there. 1st and 15 coming up here. 1:24 left here in the first half. Calvert with all 3 timeouts left.
About to say, let's see what they can do in this 2-minute drill.
That's right.
Work the outside of the field, get timeout, so you can do that.
Schultz looking, slings it right side, and it's incomplete as he was hit as he threw.
Yeah, that's a product of 2 things, good defense and trying to roll your left-handed quarterback out to the right side. And when you have such a short amount of time to try to get that, I mean, he had just nothing behind it.
And working that short side of the field, too, there. It's hard to set your body, set your frame there, make that throw down the field. Three receivers on the near side, 2nd and 15. 1 receiver on the far side of the field, 1 man in the backfield. Harry Schultz takes the snap, handoff, run back. Is that run back? Or is that Warnament?
Oh, my gosh. Well, whoever it is just got upended by Connor Smith. That was a wrestling takedown.
Yeah, that was a grown man takedown right there.
I tell you.
Picked him up, slammed him down.
About to see. You got to put that one on the fight night that you guys did.
Yeah, that looked like a, what is it, Goldberg spear, maybe? Water doesn't go down that pipe.
Hey, we need a cough button.
Yes, we do. 36 seconds left here, and they're going to call a timeout. That's kind of a wise decision there if you're Tiffin Calvert. Why rush things? You're still deep in your own territory at the 25-yard line. There's no need to rush anything here. Bailey.
Our wonderful camera operator.
He's doing a great job. Absolutely great job. Thank you very much, Bailey. Much appreciated.
He's got the dual role of making sure the clock camera's operational.
Yes, he's doing 2 cameras tonight, folks. Not just the main cam. He's also operating the scoreboard camera. As you can tell, this week we've improved our scoreboard camera a little bit. The Heidelberg game gave us a little bit of a test field, gave us opportunity to test some things out, and we figured out, hey, we can do this a little bit better than what we've been doing. So I'm telling you what, folks, we're learning as we go with this, and we're just getting better as we go.
Exactly. I mean, these Heidelberg games, you know, not to toot my own horn too much. I mean, this is providing us an excellent opportunity to really try to make this stream as quality as possible.
3rd and 12. Handoff. Warnament off the left side. And, Golden Bears are all over that one. Stopped at the 30, right about the 29-yard line. That's the second time. Boy, number 63, I bet he's a wrestler. I put money on it. Martin Meyerholtz, yeah, he's probably a wrestler. Boy, he's got a lot of meanness in him. He's got a mean streak. I've seen him block a kid through the back of the end zone earlier. This play right here, he takes him straight to the ground. Warnament's like, what was that? Nah, you're not going to get that over here, bud. Not over here. He's physical. That's a physical basketball player, let me tell you.
He's a basketball player?
That's what they say up here, I'm telling you. He looked like a wrestler to me, the way he's manhandling people out there.
About to say, all right, Billy Lambier.
18 seconds left here.
Is he
Fourth
there?
down.
I don't know if we have it on the stats. Do I recall him being the team lead in tackles for loss? I might be wrong. I don't know. Might be crazy.
Let's see here.
Tackles for loss, sacks, team lead.
We can go look at that. Oh, they don't keep track of that on Higgins.
No, he's got something.
He's the second leading in tackler. He's second leading tackler on the team. Run back. As we know, he's got a heck of a boot. And they'll let that one die and let it roll. And let about 10 seconds roll off the clock there, as it's down to 7 seconds left here on the first half clock. Make sure you stick around for the halftime show, brought to you by TPC Food Service. We'll break down this first half of action, get you set for the second half live here at Gibsonburg Golden Bear Stadium. We've got one heck of a ball game here, Zach. 16-14 Gibsonburg. And I'll tell you, both these teams starting to figure each other out right now.
Exactly. And like we said earlier, I mean, no one's outmatched. This game is anyone's still.
And the Golden Bears, wisely, just going to take a knee, and we'll take it to halftime. Your score, Gibsonburg 16, Tiffin Calvert 14. That's the end of the second quarter. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to halftime, and your halftime show brought to you by TPC Food Service. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Hey, this is Zach Dillon, and you are watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
Like, follow, and subscribe to the Heart of Ohio Sports on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter.
All right, folks, we are back here at Gibsonburg Golden Bear Stadium. Nate Mullins, Zach Dillon. We've got Eric Hall on the sidelines. You're watching the TPC Food Service halftime show. Now, folks, as we usually try to tell you, we'd love to be able to present the entire halftime show in its entirety with the music and everything, because I love what these bands do. But if we show any copyrighted music, Facebook will pull this stream down quicker than I can show you anything. So, sorry, but you watch the band, but you can't hear them. Until then, until we come back, enjoy the marching band, at least the visual of the marching band. We'll come back with the TPC Food Service halftime show with about 5 to 6 minutes left until the start of the second half. Once again, you're tuned in right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't go anywhere. Wow. So Gibsonburg starts out the second half with an onside kick, and they recover. What
Way
a
to start that half.
Woo-hoo. Wow. Yeah, that's a heck of a way to start the second half. We had an issue with our camera. Our scoreboard camera is still presenting some issues, so we're trying our best here, folks. We're trying. But here, the Golden Bears will take over inside Calvert territory at their own 42, or at the Senecas 42-yard line. Handoff, Smith up the middle. Defense is right there after about a 2-yard, maybe 3-yard gain.
I tell you what, there is nothing more demoralizing than coming out ready for halftime. You've game planned in the locker room. All right, here's what we're going to do. Here are first couple plays. You have that all scripted out, and they come out and onside kick and recover it. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That is, that's something else.
All right. Hopefully we can connect with our sideline reporter here soon, Eric Hall. Boy, Connor Smith, I mean, you talk about man's game. That was just a man's move right there. He just carried a pile of defenders with him for an extra 7 yards after contact. Wow.
Bumbling, stumbling all the way. Get a first down.
Get it down to about the 28-yard line. Golden Bears under center. Handoff, Hoover off the right side, and not a whole lot of running room there. I don't think that one worked like they thought it would.
You know, it helps. Normally, we're up here in the booth. Normally, the coaches have their own boxes. This stadium is all one room, and so that gives us a pretty unique opportunity to get inside the minds of some of the coaches up here in the booth.
Yeah. That's a great facility over here, man.
It is.
It's perfect for Friday nights. Handoff, Smith up the middle, and he's going to be tripped up. Ball came out at the end of the play. Ball's out. But did the Golden Bears recover? They did not. Senecas recover the football.
Let's see if our replay will show it right here at the end.
Tripped up. Ball came out at the end of the play. That's the first fumble of the year for Connor Smith. He doesn't fumble very often. That's for sure, folks.
No, he does not. All right. Well, they got the momentum right back. Right? They missed out on the onside kick. Now you got your opportunity. You got the ball back. You're ready to go.
And now the offense can go. They were ready to go. Now they're ready. Now let's go.
Exactly.
Ball at the 21. Shotgun formation, 16-14. Gibsonburg leading, 10:09 left here in the third. Schultz looking left side. Oh, I think he did maintain. I think he caught it all the way through. What a catch. 14, Gibsonburg leading.
See what our replay shows. We can go back to it.
Looking left side. Oh, I think he did maintain.
What a
catch by John Schumacher. Wow.
Oh, but did he make a football move?
Yeah.
Oh, you remember when that was a big deal in the NFL?
It was, yeah.
What, 2017, 2018?
2nd and 3.
Ugh.
Thank goodness it's not. Run back off the left side, and he's got the first down up to about the 31, maybe the 32-yard line. We haven't seen a whole lot of Jacob Rumback today.
No, well, his impact has been felt. He had that big interception.
Yes, he did.
He's been running the ball a little bit. So, he's still a big part of this team. Maybe, a lot of, all their scoring has come through the air so far, but that doesn't mean he's not contributing.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Schultz. Handoff, run back, and they are right there in the backfield. Guess who? Connor Smith. Stepping up to make a big play in the backfield. Tackle for loss.
And is there anything he can't do?
Well, I haven't seen him kick yet, so I don't know.
Haven't kicked. Hasn't thrown a pass. But, knowing him, I wouldn't be surprised if he's the best in the league at both.
Young man wears many hats. And right now he's wearing a hard hat. 2nd and 12. Shotgun. Back to pass. Schultz down the right side. He's got a man. Oh, nice coverage down the field by Camden Mooney. Step for step with his receiver. That was excellent coverage down the field there by Mooney.
Yeah, it was textbook. You're reading the receiver's eyes. You know when that ball's coming in. And you can go up and get it. Great job knocking that ball away.
3rd and long coming up here now. 3rd and 12. So Senecas lose 2 on the first down. Go for the long completion on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and long coming up here at their own 30-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout as I think Steve Reeser saw something in that defense he didn't like. He wants to talk it over. We'll keep it right here with 8:23 left here in the 3rd quarter. And let's check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, as he's got a pretty good angle down there. What'd you think of that John Schumacher catch? That was a catch, right?
Oh, yeah, it looked like a catch from down here.
So what do you got going on right now?
There's a lot of energy down here, Nate. This team, the early weeks of this football season, we've seen 3 different sidelines down here, and this has been the rowdiest. They've been going all game.
Well, that's to be expected. I mean, this is a tight-knit group. They've been together for a while. I mean, I think they only have 8 seniors on in this group, and just not very many juniors either. So it's something where, you know, they're a close group. They know each other very well, and they're playing pretty well right now.
Certainly are.
3rd down and 12. Schultz fakes the handoff. And he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Guess who? Connor Smith. 2nd tackle for loss on this drive.
2nd sack. Got to give the man the credit. Oh.
He gave up that first fumble of the season, and he's not happy about it.
No, he's not. And he made up for it there. Coming up to make the play in the backfield twice in 3 downs there. Now Jacob run back on to punt for Tiffin Calvert. Gets that punt away. It'll hit at the 40. And Hoover on the return. Breaks a tackle. And he's going to be brought down right around the 39-yard line.
Great job to break a tackle. You shake the first one. Did you see how deep he was compared to the last 2 punts?
Yeah. Yeah, he knew better this time.
Exactly. when your punter has the ability to put one inside the 5, maybe not that far, but, you know, when your punter has a boot, now you can back it up a little bit.
Eric, I see you over there, and you are standing in the shadow of a young man right now, a sophomore who is listed on the depth chart at 6'4", 390 pounds.
Yeah, I'm trying not to stand behind him. Can't see a whole lot.
Nolan Hoover on the handoff off the right side. He's got some running room, and he's going to be whipped down by a Calvert defender right around the 46-yard line. Eight-yard pickup by Nolan Hoover. 2nd down and 2 coming up here for the Golden Bears. 16-14, and it stayed that way for the most part for the last, about 10 minutes on the game clock. Motion man, they hand off to the fullback. That's Connor Smith. He stood up right at the line. They'll say, actually, he did gain a yard. But the defense was right there to fill the gap. And I'll tell you what, Zach, they've done a pretty decent job of filling the interior in this rushing attack for Gibsonburg after the early adjustment. I think they had to get scored on a couple times, so they knew we can't play that defense. This is the defense we got to play, and it's been working pretty well. But as we know,
they're starting to read the keys, so they're starting to kind of figure out what's happening up front on the defensive line, get used to it. You can only do so much in practice and getting prepared.
3rd and 1, handoff fullback, Connor Smith, and he's got the first down up to the 48-yard line.
Rombach had him stopped in the backfield there for a loss, able to shake it off. get the first down. I mean, that is how you run the football.
It's going to take a lot more than an arm tackle to bring that young man down. Ball at the 48 inside Seneca territory. Clock continues to roll inside of 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Handoff up the middle. Smith on the carry, and he's good for about 3, up to about the 45-yard line.
Man, that is just some brutal football.
Yeah.
Both sides going at it. Oh.
You know what impresses me every time I watch this Gibsonburg team? They don't have a whole lot of size. They never do. They really don't have a whole lot of size in the trenches. But, man, they just control the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's size, and that's also numbers, too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same couple of guys that are just workhorses.
They motion the H-backs to the right side of the formation. Man in motion. Now they hand off. And that's Connor Smith on the carry. Gets about 5 up to the 40. We got 2 yards to gain now on third down here. 3rd and 2.
Yeah, and if the Senecas want to make a stop here, they got to get off of their blocks on the interior. That's their nose tackle. That's their D tackle. You really got to do a good job of getting off the football, getting off the block, because, man, Gibsonburg can just run the ball up the middle.
Yeah.
Now watch I say that, and then I throw a, bomb out the left side.
3rd and 2, quick pitch left side. And Connor Smith on the carry gets it up past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And if you're Colin McCarty on that play, you got to be frustrated because you were in the backfield to make the play, but boy, that lineman just turned into his face and pushed him backwards and right out of the play because he was there. He just wasn't able to make the play. A big 3rd down conversion there by Gibsonburg. Moves the ball to the 27-yard line. First and 10. Handoff. Smith up the middle. Oh, and he's tripped up. But I tell you what, Zach, if they didn't get that shoestring tackle, that's 6 points.
Yeah, he's almost broken it there. Now, the reason we get separation there is because the offensive line are doing what's called cut blocking, right? That's where basically you come off the ball.
But, Zach, I thought that's illegal.
Not illegal if you do it the right way.
Oh,
About to say.
Okay.
There's technique to it, but you're kind of diving out early, getting the defensive lineman all tripped up. We've seen it a couple times tonight.
A little quick pitch out to the left side. Smith into the open, and he's up near the 10-yard line before he's brought down. So do tell, Zach, how is the legal way to cut block?
Well, okay, so we'll get back. So the legal way to cut block, at least by the rules that I learned growing up to play, you got to go immediately. You can't go right at the knees. You got to go more towards the ground. It's shoulder into the ground is the way they always teach. As we
the
see
press box hero has arrived.
Press box hero pizza. But you know what I'm seeing now that we get a better look at it? It's actually the defensive line doing the cut block. They're trying to mess up that offensive line, get all the blocking out of the way, gum things up in the middle, and you see it again right here. And
Smith on the carry. That's Hoover, Nolan Hoover on the carry.
Yeah, Gibsonburg's figuring it out too. That's why they moved out to the outside pitch, the outside zone. Basically, what's happening is that defensive line is trying to just gum up the middle by going down right away.
This is going to tease me for a while.
I was saying thank you.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
2nd down and goal. Ball at the 6. Smith on the handoff. And he's going to be stopped right at the 1-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle there by Jacob Rumback. Third down and goal. Ball at the 1. Zach, we've seen this before. Last time Connor Smith plunged in from 1 yard out. Are they going to run that, or are they going to run the Nolan Hoover trick play where he's all by himself?
Man, I want to see it for a third time.
Yeah, they're going to get it again.
They've done it on both 2-point conversion tries. It's just a walk-in.
Why don't you give him a touchdown instead of a 2-point, huh?
Well, let's see what they do here.
Let's see what the call is. And it is Smith, and once again, he's into the end zone for the touchdown. 1 yard touchdown run by Connor Smith, his third of the game, and that is his 11th touchdown on the season. 11 touchdowns.
Leading the league.
Eric, I mean, you're down there. You get a better view of this than we do. The physicality right now on the line, Gibsonburg, they just seem to be controlling this game right now in the trenches. Am I right?
Oh, you're right. And I'm not sure how it looks from up there, but fun watching him run from down here.
Oh, absolutely. Handoff, Smith. No, they're going to throw it into the end zone, and Nolan Hoover is right there to make the reception for the 2-point conversion.
Hoover, the 2-point man.
Same play, but different. 24-14 is your score. Gibsonburg takes a 10-point lead. Zach, I'm telling you, man, this Golden Bears offense, man, you think you got them figured out. You think you got it. You think you got the timing and you're reading your keys, and then they go on a drive like that.
Exactly. Those are the intricacies of the wing T offense.
Yeah.
You know, I tell you what, when it's well executed like this, it is unstoppable at this level of football.
Well, and this is a well-coached unit. I think
Exactly.
This is the 5th year now for head coach. See, I got the wrong side there. I don't want to call him the wrong head coach here. Joe Wyant, this is his 3rd year. Or Steve Reeser, former coach here at Gibsonburg, now the Calvert coach in his 5th year, Tiffin Calvert. Unless my math is wrong.
I wouldn't ask a media major about a math question.
Yeah, no math. I was told there'd be no math.
This is a math-free stream.
And they do decide to kick it off this time to a up man to about the 40-yard line. Wolf Carter, the hands man, to come up and make that play, make the recovery there, I guess is what you want to call it. It's not really a reception. I mean, he didn't receive the kick. He just kind of fell on it.
Exactly. Those chip kicks, those, you'll try for an onside, you think. That means a lot to your defense, right? You're like, hey, if we don't get it right now, we're going to start on the 40-yard line. All right, that's a great field position for a normal kick. So, it says how much confidence you have in them.
Schultz slings it. He's got the man out of the backfield on the wheel route. What a nice job by Jacob Rumback coming up at the catch right around the 42-yard line. But Schultz standing in the pocket in the face of pressure. He's got the man out of the backfield on the wheel route. Getting rid of that ball, what putting a nice it right where Jacob only his man was going to make that play.
Schultz took a hit. Still able to put it right in the breadbasket for Rombach.
1st and 10 inside Gibsonburg territory at the 42. Shotgun set. Schultz looking. Hands off. Run back up the middle. He's got some running room. He's got it up past the 30 down to the 27-yard line. And now the Senecas showing off their running game. But hold on. We've got some dirty laundry on the field.
I tell you what, that was a nifty draw play.
And a holding called against Tiffin Calvert.
And maybe that's how that one got busted open.
It might be why he had a little bit of running room. Colin McCarty, the guilty party.
That was the first time we've seen that kind of draw from Calvert tonight. The draw play is basically where you set back to pass. And then right where it looks like you're going to get rid of that ball, you do, but to the running back.
That's right.
Run right up the middle.
Pretty smart.
It's the opposite of a play action.
1st and 15. And this time it's a straight run. Run back off the left side, and the defense there to meet him in the backfield to make the stop. And this time they back they back him up right at the 50-yard line. So
This
third down and long coming up here.
This is where we see that penalty come to be so big, right? I mean, you lose yards on that run. Now you're sitting at 5, 10, 15, 20, almost 25 yards to try to get to the sticks. So
Lost track of a down there. It's actually second down and 18. 3 receivers on the near side of the field, 1 on the far side. Harry Schultz takes the snap, looks over the middle, and he's looking for Morgan. He had his man, but just overthrows his intended receiver as Lee Morgan, the intended receiver, right around the 30-yard line.
we've seen that play a couple times tonight. It's worked. I think Morgan was considerably less open than the other couple times we've seen it. Big number 22, that's Hoover. Their fullback, he was coming over as their free safety, and man, looked like Morgan was about to take a shot.
Third and long. Schultz takes the snap. Looking, slings it. Incomplete. Looking for John Schumacher right around the 42-yard line. That one falls harmlessly to the turf.
There's an absolute bullet there by Schultz.
And a fourth down coming up here for the Senecas. 51 seconds left here in the third quarter.
They don't have anybody back deep.
They did this earlier in the game. I don't think they're really concerned about the return here. Ball will be down right around the 15-yard line. So 35-yard punt there from Jacob Rumback sets up the Golden Bears inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. 41 seconds left here in the third quarter. 24-14 Gibsonburg. And the Golden Bears looking to add to that lead here. Connor Smith, fullback. Already 3 touchdowns here tonight. And a fumble, ball's on the ground. And I think Hoover able to fall back on top of it. Nolan Hoover with the fumble.
That's Gibsonburg's put the ball on the ground a couple times tonight.
Yes.
They've also given it up through the air. So more turnovers than this team is normally used to seeing.
It'll be the second time they fumbled it, but they got it back this time. Last time they were not so fortunate. So 2 turnovers for the Golden Bears here tonight. And that is the last play of the third quarter. So we head to the fourth quarter with your score, 24-14. Gibsonburg leading Tiffin Calvert. We'll step aside. We'll take a timeout. We'll come right back. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're locked in right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Hey, this is Zach Dillon, and you are watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
Like, follow, and subscribe to the Heart of Ohio Sports on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram.
All right, and we're back. Connor Smith on the carry. Short gain. So a 3rd down and 8 coming up here for Gibsonburg.
All right, this is going to be a big 3rd down here for
Yeah.
Gibsonburg. And they're going to call a timeout and think it over.
Gibsonburg. I think the coach bled into the microphone, and that got out into the stadium, and I don't think they wanted that to get out over the loudspeaker. Everybody in our stadium heard coach saying, yes, yes, please go, go, run it. I'll tell you what, they saw something they liked in the defense. They were ready to run it. But Gibsonburg says, nah, you know what? I got a better play. I got a better one.
And a lot of times, that better play is the exact same one.
Most of the time. I wouldn't say a lot, but yeah, a lot is most. 3rd down and 8 coming up here. So, Zach,
Sure.
reach into your bag of tricks here.
Okay.
If you're Joe Wyant,
Okay.
what are you calling here?
I am calling, well, the same play but different. I mean, that's what exactly. Why go away from your run game that cannot be stopped? I mean, that's how it's gonna play out. Unless
You mean you wouldn't throw a pass here?
Could
3rd and 8. Okay.
But we haven't seen that too much tonight. I mean,
We've seen it 2 times tonight.
exactly, and one is an incomplete pass. One was an interception.
Those are the 2 bad things that can happen when you throw the ball. There's only one other thing that can happen, and it's good.
It'd be interesting
maybe-
to see.
I don't know. We'll see. 3rd down and 8. They shift the H-backs to the right side of the formation. Toss out to the right side. And the defense is there, but Connor Smith makes a move and fights his way past the 1st down marker. That was a huge 1st down conversion for Connor Smith.
And like I said, keep the ball on the ground, play your brand of football. That's the biggest thing
Zach,
that coaches can do.
man, they had him. They had him right there.
They did.
They did. They had him behind the line. They had him a couple yards past the line, but Connor Smith says, no, you ain't got me. You don't got nothing. 1st and 10, ball at the 25. 24-14 Gibsonburg. Smith on the handoff, off the left side. Run back grabs his legs. Gage Herring takes him down from the top. And Connor Smith carries it forward for 8. That's about what he averages per carry on the year.
Only.
All in a day's work.
Tell you what, that's the last thing you want to see as a defensive back. A running back barreling full head of steam knowing that you're the last line of defense.
2nd and 2. Handoff, Smith. And he's into the open. 40, 35, 30, and he trips himself up. Oh, he was into the open, but he Daniel Jones'd it.
Oh, no.
Handoff, Smith. And he's into the open.
Right here, and
40, 35, 30, and he trips himself up.
Grassy knoll. Oh, man. You hate to see it. Turf monster. Though I don't know, it's not the turf monster if it's in this thick grass.
Well, they like to keep the grass thicker over here, Got to slow down those faster teams. Any way possible. Handoff up the middle. Nolan Hoover on the carry, and he's got it up near the 1st down marker. Should be pretty close, about a yard shy. 9-yard gain there on 1st down. I'll give him 8, actually, so 2nd and 2 coming up. Down to 9:20 left in the ball game, and folks, if you're Tiffin Calvert, you gotta come up with a stop. You gotta come up with a stop here. It's already a 2-possession ball game. If Gibsonburg punches it in here and gets the 2-point, well, that's going to be a really hard one to come back from. Inside of 9 minutes to play. Mooney settles under center. Handoff, Smith up the middle, off the right side. A little bit of belly play there. carries it up to about the 10-yard line.
Man, you don't want to say Gibsonburg's in cruise control right now, but they are definitely letting that clock bleed out. They're taking all of their time.
Yeah, them offensive linemen, they got to be smiling. Pretty big
Exactly. Right now, you're in great field position. Another score here might put it away. We'll see. But
playing the game at their pace right now.
Exactly.
Down to 8:20 to play. Mooney settles under center. Hand off. Fullback. Connor Smith carries it forward up to near the 5. They'll mark him down about the 6. Inside of 8 minutes to play here in the ball game. 24-14 Gibsonburg. Senecas trying to stand tall, come up with a stop here. But the Golden Bears got their foot on the gas right now. And they're setting the cruise control. Mooney turns around, handoff, Hoover. Gage Herring comes up to make the stop in the backfield, but Hoover carries him forward for about a yard gain. But Gage Herring did a nice job there of just getting into the backfield to make that play.
That he did. And the Senecas, well, they need to make the stand here. They got 2 downs to do it. And, I mean, if you're Gibsonburg, you're feeling pretty good right about now.
And, I mean, even if they don't score, they're still going to give Calvert the ball back with about 6 minutes.
That's true.
That's a lot of time.
You want to watch this?
It's a lot of time, but it's not a lot of time.
Want to watch this referee at the top of your screen? That gives the cue to go.
Smith plunges in for his 4th touchdown of the game. He had 6 last year. He's got 4 this year.
That gives the cue
Something
to go.
about that blue Smith and white plunges in. He just loves to hate.
Exactly. Hey, man, when you're playing well against the team.
That's right. Keep it
You
going.
got that momentum.
Keep it going.
Hey, I remember what I did to you guys last year.
That's right.
More of the same.
That's right. 30-14 your score, 6:44 left to play here in the ball game. And you can't say the Senecas didn't have opportunities, Zach. They've had opportunities, especially here in the second half. There's a 16-14 ball game. That one's blocked. Not sure why they went for a field goal there. And usually they've been going for 2-point the whole game.
Well, put some stuff on
It's
tape.
time to practice. Practice your special teams now. You got a
16 points.
3-possession lead.
See, I tricked you. Told you this wasn't a math stream.
I just think they'd have a higher success rate if they would have went for 2 than the 1 point there. Just
that's their brand of football. But you want to know you have your kicker when you need them, if you need them, right?
true. I can understand that logic. 30-14 your score. Senecas down by 16 with 6:44 left to play, so it's not impossible, Zach, but it's improbable at this point.
Eric Hall, what are you thinking? Down here on the sideline.
It's a fun night for. You got me up there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got you.
Every time you turn towards the
guys.
field, though, I don't got you. You got to turn towards us. It ain't going to work if you turn towards the field.
All right. Well, we'll let them ponder on that Golden Bears cereal for a little longer.
Oh, man. That stuff is delicious.
Well, at least you know now that it's not a cereal, Eric.
I don't know if he does know. He doubled down. Uh-oh. And let's look at a replay here, the onside kick. And that
Now,
just
what was
got
the flag
right
for?
Through.
What was the flag for?
It looks like it might be excessive celebration.
That's going to be a celebration penalty, I'm assuming. Let's see.
Oh, just a sideline warning.
Sideline warning. Yeah, same thing.
Well, that sideline was a little animated, I'd say. They had every reason to be.
I tell you what, you basically seal the game here. Unless something, spectacularly tragic were to happen. But Man, this Gibsonburg team, so well coached, so disciplined, so good. Something like that's just not going to happen.
Second time with the onside kick here in the second half. Both times they've recovered it. Nolan Hoover off the right side, carries it out of bounds.
Love to see the sportsmanship, knocking them down, picking them right back up. You can afford to do that when you're up 16.
That's right. The only thing he did wrong on that, he went out of bounds. Keep that one in bounds. Let that clock roll. 6:38 left to play here in the ball game. Great run to pick up the first down, but try to cut that one back up inside, keep it in bounds.
Yeah, a little help from the linebacker there.
Yeah, just a little bit. Handoff, Smith. Same play. And they get up to about the 16, maybe the 17-yard line. Connor Smith.
Tell you what, Bailey, I don't know if you can see right down here on the sideline, but that Golden Bears mascot head by the cheerleaders down here. Oh, we're just out of frame.
Yeah.
You can kind of see. There we go. That is, well, that's impressive. That's something you love to see. Oh, he took his hat off.
Hey, don't do that. We got kids here. Come on.
I bet you. Hey, it's got to get stuffy on there.
Yeah,
Under
but
there.
a mascot rule: never take your hat off in
That's
front of kids.
That's a phenomenal point.
Connor Smith on the carry, spin move. Hit the circle button.
He's like Superman. Bear by day, high school student by night. You know?
I'm telling you right now. I can't wait till basketball season. I want to watch Martin Meyerholtz play basketball after watching this kid play football. Woo, I'm telling you. Goodness. You watch him block Jacob Runback all the way out of bounds over there?
I've seen him do that 3 or 4 times tonight.
Yeah. Oh, to the whistle. Come on. That's the
I wonder
coach
what he's
teaches
like in
you,
the
to
post.
the whistle. I think he goes through the whistle. Handoff, Connor Snow. No, that's Nolan Hoover on the carry. And he's got it up around the 10, maybe the 9-yard line. All right. Let's take this opportunity to look around the area. Our First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard. As this one is a run up the middle. Connor Smith on the carry.
And speaking of, Nate, you know, I think it's time, 4:38, 37, 36 left here to play. I think it's time where we can start kind of talking about player of the game. And I don't know about you.
Well.
But,
I
mean, Connor Smith.
Well. I don't know. You can say Connor Smith, but Martin Meyerholtz has really impressed me today. Connor Smith, obviously, he's going to get player of the game every game if you gave it out. I mean, come on.
Nolan Hoover, the 2-point man.
You know, if you're one of those interior offensive linemen for Gibsonburg, you're an unsung hero.
Exactly.
Every single play, you're on the ground. Every play. You're getting trampled on by defensive linemen every play.
You're getting your ankles
You're
taken
just an
out.
unsung hero. That's why I like those guys. I try to, look at those guys. What's that guy doing?
Man, as someone who was one of those guys, I tell you what, you don't do it for praise.
That's
you
right.
do it for pancakes.
And you do it for Connor Smith to get 5 touchdowns on the day.
Let's go to replay on that. Tell you what. Like we said, you don't do it for praise. Do it for touchdowns.
Right.
For pancakes.
That's right.
See
And
if
you
they
do
bring
it for
the field goal
Connor
unit back out
Smith.
here. Looks like
to
they
get
will.
5
So
touchdowns.
give them a second try. Game's out of reach.
Got 23, Eric, on the field goal try here. Daniel Frost. And that one is up and good So they know they can rely on the field goal game from about 20 yards out. .332 left to play in the ball game. 37-14, Gibsonburg all over Tiffin Calvert. 21 unanswered points here in the second half. And that's the story of this one. Take a look around the area at the First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard. Bellevue, after trailing Edison early 14-0, now takes a 24-21 lead in the fourth quarter.
We can't say Bellevue.
Oh,
Connor Roush.
we're not on that stream.
Oh, okay. About to say somewhere Connor Roush sheds a single tear.
Columbian leading Bishop Watterson 33-15. Now they say that game's at half. I don't know if it's at half yet. That's probably past halftime by now. Fremont Ross on top of Clay 43-23. JFK leading Perkins 13-6. Look at Sandusky and Padua Franciscan 22-21 in the third quarter.
What a game for the Blue Streaks there.
There's another game. Upper Sandusky
Exciting.
leading Seneca East 27-21. And Mohawk looks to be on the way to their first win of the season. So the Senecas will take over at their own 41-yard line, trailing by 23. Of course, the last time they had the ball, they were only down by 7 or 8, 10.
Not a math.
It was
stream.
24-14 last time they had the ball. Schultz slings it out right side, and that's complete. Has it up to the 44-yard line. Jamison Godfrey on the reception. If the score holds up, Mohawk 28, Buckeye Central 6. That'll be the first loss of the year for Buckeye Central and the first win for the Mohawk Warriors. They showed some fight last week against these Golden Bears. Second down and 7. Schultz going downfield. He's got a man. That's Lee Morgan, but it's incomplete. Nice coverage down the field.
Ugh. Through the hands.
Antonio Salazar on coverage.
Through the hands. You take your eye off the ball 1 little second. That's all it takes.
So a third down coming up here. 3rd and 7. Three receivers on the near side. 1 on the far side of the field. 1 man in the backfield with Harry Schultz, who takes the snap. Schultz slings it out left side, completes it. Cal Warnament on the reception, and he's got it out of bounds near midfield. Actually, they'll mark him out right around the 47-yard line. So, 4th down coming up here, 4th and about 4 for the Senecas. They need to get it to the 48-yard line inside Gibsonburg territory to convert here. You know, if you're a fan watching this game and you get frustrated by watching this Gibsonburg offense, well, their defense is doing pretty darn good too. I'm telling you that. That defense is playing some stout football right now. Schultz slings it, and it's nearly picked off as Connor Smith made a nice read on that one, intended for Jamison Godfrey.
Jeez. I tell you, Nate, he can run the football. He can catch the football. He can sack the quarterback. And I can't pick it off, but he can play good cornerback coverage.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think we're going to have to debate too much about this Player of the Game award.
Tell him what the Player of the Game gets.
Eric, do I have to tell you who the Player of the Game is?
Who's going to get Connor for it? Oh.
Well, Connor's doing the other game, so you're going to have to.
Connor and Connor. I see what you've done.
Smith on the carry.
Man, the motor on this kid is insane. The wrestler in him, right? That's where this comes into play. But, you know, he just does not take a break. He is on the field every single snap. And he's making plays just about every single snap, too. So it is just impressive to watch.
2nd down and 5 coming up. We are down to 2 minutes to play here in the ball game. Mooney settles under center, fumbles the snap, picks it up, hands off to Connor Smith. Smith carries it forward, and it looks like he might have the 1st down. Pretty close to it anyway. So this will move the Golden Bears to 3-1 on the season. And this drops Tiffin Calvert to 2-2. After a 2-0 start, they've now lost their last 2. Mooney settles under center, 3rd and 1. Handoff. Smith has the 1st down, and then some.
And then some.
And he's got 6 touchdowns again. So he said, you know what? I did it last year. Let's do it again this year. How about that? 6 touchdowns for Connor Smith.
My God.
And then some.
And then some.
And he's got 6 touchdowns
just
again.
The ability to make something out of nothing, right? It looks like he's locked down the entire time. There doesn't seem to be any hole, but man, he just finds a way to just slip through, find the gap. Impressive. Impressive to watch.
It's impressive. And that one would have been good from about 25. 43-14 your score. Actually, 102 left to play here in the ball game. What do you think? He's over 200 yards easily, right?
You think so?
Yeah.
By now, gotta be.
43-14 your score. Last year was 64-16. So not quite as many points as last year, but still the same result. No matter how many points you win by, it's a W, right?
Exactly. Some sweeter than others, and this one for Gibsonburg, they're going to put that in their back pocket. On to next week, this is just absolute domination.
Spencer Wagaman tees it up for the Golden Bears, set to kick it off.
Now, do you think we see another little chip kick, little onside? Bottom of your screen? Nope.
And the return man able to pick it up off the turf and brings it back to about the 35.
Tell you what, big number 78. Hemminger's getting in the game.
There he goes.
An impressive man.
You got to see him from down here.
I wonder if he's going to be in line to replace Connor Smith next year as the leading fullback. Can you imagine trying to tackle that kid? Jeez. First and 10. Schultz on the handoff. Run back up the middle. He's got it up past midfield, up to about the 46-yard line, inside Golden Bear territory.
There's no quit.
You say there's no quit?
There's no quitting that kid.
Jacob Rumback is one of those dudes. Shotgun set, 3 receivers on the near side. Schultz looking. And it's incomplete.
And, that's been the mentality of this Reeser team. I mean, there really is no quitting in them. Resetting the game clock to 16 seconds. They're...
I don't see why. It's a running clock. It's 30 points, right? It's 30 points. I don't understand that.
Well,
right? Or is it more than 30? I always thought it was 30.
If I remember the rules right from last week from our Colombian game, it does stop for an official's equipment correction, which I believe clock counts. So if they want to reset the clock.
Slings it downfield, and it's going to be picked off.
That's going to count.
Intercepted. Oh, they're saying he did not catch it. Okay.
Oh, well, let's take a look at the replay. We got it right here. See if that'll show us.
Swings it downfield, and it's going to be picked off. Not intercepted.
You see the frustration.
That's the final play of the game. Your final score, Gibsonburg 44, Tiffin Calvert 14. We're going to step aside. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with our player of the game and the post-game show, all right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, this is Zach Dillon, and you are watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
Like, follow, and subscribe to the Heart of Ohio Sports on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter.
All right, welcome back here, Gibsonburg Golden Bears Stadium. Nate Mullins, Zach Dillon on the call. Chilling with Zach Dillon. I like that. You like that? I like that. I think it's pretty cool. All right, once again, we're here at Gibsonburg Golden Bear Stadium. Your final score, 44-14, Gibsonburg, all over Tiffin Calvert. And, Zach, when I say all over, I mean it's all over.
It is all over?
It is all over. Man, those Golden Bears, I'm telling you. I told you this offense is so hard to stop, especially when you're talking about such a key contributor like Connor Smith.
Exactly. I will say, this team is one of the most well-coached that I've seen in a while. Right, they're just able to just play their brand of football to a degree that is really hard to compete with. I will say, Calvert showed a lot of good things compared to last year, right? They kept in it for longer. The score got away at the end, but what are you going to do about it, right?
Yeah.
They showed improvement. I think they're still going to be a good football team this year, but Gibsonburg, absolute dominance. They were able to do whatever they wanted to.
That's right.
That's what it felt like, at least.
Yeah, and it did. It felt like that, especially towards the end of the second half. It felt like whatever they wanted to do, they were going to do. That's how. I think Calvert only had 2 possessions in the second half. I'm pretty sure. If I'm not, I may be mistaken. Maybe 3. But man, the way they were able to control the time of possession, control the field defensively, and in special teams. That's all 3 phases. That's all 3 phases of the game. You can't ask for much more if you're the coaching staff for Gibsonburg. And great wall-to-wall win. Start to finish. They never trailed. It was never in doubt. There was a point when, it was a close game, 16-14, back-and-forth shots. But they did this last year. It was a close game for about 2 quarters, and then about midway through the second quarter, Gibsonburg just started running away. This year, it took them till about midway through the third quarter, but still, same result. They just ran away with this one, man. Literally, because they only threw 2 passes. Ran away with it is the key word. All right, so Eric Hall, our sideline reporter, will have our player of the game momentarily. Of course, you're tuned in to the Your Legacy Federal Credit Union post-game show. And we'll see if Eric can grab our player of the game for his post-game interview here. Of course, you know, they got to get the breakdown. Eric, you got to get used to this stuff because there's a process to this post-game thing, all right? He's not going to see you before he goes to talk to Coach. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Well, I got to let them do their thing down
That's right.
here.
You got to let them do their thing.
I can't stop them from celebrating with his team.
That's absolutely right, man. All right, so once again, thanks for tuning in right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. You're tuned in to the post-game show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Momentarily, we will have our player of the game brought to you by MST Sauce Company. But before we do that, let's thank all of our sponsors for bringing you this wonderful broadcast here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks to Rodgers Flowers, TPC Food Service, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, MST Sauce Company, Phillips Electric, Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, First National Bank of Sycamore, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Ink, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, TJ Willies Fine Foods, Feasel's Frame and Collision, Reino's Pizza and Pasta, Sara Rizen, Century 21 Bolte in Tiffin, Embroidery and Crafts by Busia, Buckeye IT, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Culligan Water, 5 Star Maintenance, Champs Barbershop, where, folks, you can find this broadcast tomorrow morning. That's right. If you're in there watching this, hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks to Randy and all the staff there at Champs Barbershop.
It's one for the future.
Absolutely. Thanks to Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken and the Advertiser-Tribune. All proud sponsors right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And, folks, I got to tell you about Lee's because, I mean, I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you about the great, famous Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. Now, you know it's famous for a reason, right, Zach?
I've heard.
Now, their famous recipe chicken's always cooked fresh, never frozen. And then it's honey dipped, hand breaded in their special blend of herbs and spices, and pressure cooked to seal in that delicious flavor. The proof is in the chicken. See for yourself. Stop in today. They offer dine-in, carry-out, or you can take advantage of their convenient drive-thru. Open 10:30 a.m. until 9 p.m. every day of the week. Choose Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken in Tiffin. All right, well, Eric Hall is still standing by, so why don't we go ahead and take a timeout? Go ahead and cut to some commercials. We'll pay some bills. We'll come back. We're here at Gibsonburg Golden Bear Stadium. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back with our player of the game brought to you by MST Sauce Company.
Hey, this is Zach Dillon, and you are watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
All right, and we're back here at Gibsonburg Golden Bear Stadium. I'm going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Eric Hall. He's got our MST player of the game, Connor Smith, standing by. Take it away, Eric.
Yeah, guys, I'm here with Connor Smith. Was everywhere on the field tonight. You got a couple sacks tonight, 6 touchdowns. You had 6 touchdowns last year against this team. What is it about this Calvert Blue that gets you going?
I mean, everybody in Gibsonburg, they love the week that we play Calvert, and everybody on the football team loves the week we play Calvert. We prepare right, and we just want to go out there and we want to prove ourselves every freaking down, every freaking quarter, and I feel like we did that tonight.
You certainly did. Did the same thing last year. You had a pretty big win against them last year. This year it was a little close going into halftime, but after the half, you guys snuck in that onside kick. Is that something you guys had planned, or is that just something you felt in the moment?
Well, we got a guy back this week, and he became our punter, and then we took our punter from the past few and we over kicker, and coach practiced with them. Kicking onside kicks and deep because we really couldn't kick the ball if we had a couple guys return kicks on us a couple weeks ago and stuff like that. So we made sure to emphasize ball off, and then making sure that we could possibly get one on an onside kick.
Well, it seemed to work because you pulled 2 of them off tonight. That was a fantastic game. You guys, you got any shout-outs you want to give to anybody out there?
I was going to shout out all of them, the offensive line, other wing backs, everybody at defense. I mean, I'm just so proud of our guys.
Well, that was a great game, and as I said, you are our MST Sauce Company player of the game, so we've got a Madison Street gift card for you. Have you ever been to Madison Street in Tiffin, Ohio?
Maybe, I don't remember. Maybe.
Well, it's fantastic. If you make it over that way, you've got a nice gift card for you.
Thank you guys so much.
Yep, fantastic game, man. I'll throw it back to you guys, Nate.
All right. Once again, that's our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, with the player of the game, brought to you by MST Sauce Company. That's Connor Smith. Zach. Wow. Connor Smith. The man, the myth, the legend, and we saw it all right here in front of us. What a show.
The man, the Smith, the legend. I tell you
I
what.
like that. I like that.
He was absolutely electric tonight. Untouchable on offense, unstoppable on defense. Just a phenomenal player who really was a part of every single down. It seemed like he was involved making the tackle or getting hit on every single play. And so it was just really, really fun to see tonight. Great job. And, you know, he's been putting that kind of numbers against everybody, not just Calvert. Leads the league in touchdowns, in rushing yards. And so, and he's second in tackles after night. Who knows? Maybe he's up there. But
I'm thinking he's probably going to be leading that tackle position. I don't know.
He is just one heck of a player. You guys heard him right there. So, just impressive to watch.
They had a little extra fire this week, I think, Zach. Wouldn't you think so?
I mean, I don't know. This Gibsonburg team comes out well against everybody, it seems.
That's right.
They are well coached, well prepared. They're a tough, hard-nosed football team that'll, you know, run it the same but different every single play, seems like.
And
that's what we've been saying.
That's the
but
beauty
man,
of this offense, man. That is the
works.
beauty of it. It works. And you saw why right there. There's a prime example, folks. You don't got to throw the ball. There's 44 points for you right there. And it was all running. 2 passes and neither one of them completed. 44 points. That's what more proof do you need? It works, folks. It works. Ain't that right, Zach?
It works. We were talking before the game. The wing tee.
It's not your favorite, is it, Zach?
Well, it's just.
Did you gain a new appreciation for it today?
Well, I tell you, like I've always said, when it is done well, I mean, especially at this level, it is just unstoppable because the amount of discipline that is required to stop it, the amount of just reading your keys, sticking to your gaps, doing what you need to do as a linebacker.
Yeah.
Man, it's just hard to do at that level. At this level, the amount of focus required. So when it's done well, it works, especially for teams that need it for just. Gibsonburg's not a big team.
Numbers. That's what it comes down to. When we got low numbers, that's a perfect offense to run.
Exactly.
Perfect scheme, and great job by this coaching staff and Joe Wyant. I mean, this guy has been doing it here for now the last 3 years. He's embraced his role, and these players have embraced this culture, and that's the key. You got to get buy-in. You got to have buy-in if you want something like this to work, and that's exactly what you see right here. Zach, what a great game. Thanks for coming on with me. Appreciate you. Thanks for running the dials, man. You made my job a little easier tonight. It was fun.
No problem.
Thanks to my son, Bailey Mullins, for running the cameras tonight. He's been doing a great job for us. Thanks to Eric Hall, our sideline reporter. Once again, thanks to all of you for tuning in. If you're watching, you got this far, make sure you share the video. Help us out, folks. It helps to extend the reach, and it helps us to reach new audiences that we would not reach without your help. So please, thank you for watching, but please share the video. Like, follow, subscribe, all the platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, everything we got. Get out there. Show us some support, folks. Thanks again for tuning in right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. For Zach Dillon, Bailey Mullins, and Eric Hall, I'm Nate Mullins, signing off from Gibsonburg. Your final score, once again, Gibsonburg 44, Calvert 14. Have a good night, everybody.